couples, they have a new child, they will buy another house. He said, but when we had another child, we'll just go to the store where you had a single bunk in the children's room, we'll make it double bunk. He said, and in those years, when the economy came down, we were stable. When the economy went down, and it was down, that was when we bought shares. Because we could buy more, so we just invest into stock. When the housing market went down, a house of about $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 is now 50. It's now 100. We'll go and buy the house and put it out there for rent. We're still living in our house. That's called prioritization. So by the time they were in their old age, they were multi-millionaires. Multi-millionaires. I read about, from another rabbi, I read about a woman who before her death, she was 83 years old. She called the president of one of the Jewish universities in New York and said, I'm bequeathing my entire estate to the university. And the man felt, this woman is living in one room. She does not even buy newspaper. She goes to the library to read newspaper. Now, I'm not proposing all of that. Do you understand? I'm just extracting the good side. He says she goes to the library to read newspaper. And she gave the university $22 million. She was living in one room. Some people don't even have 2 naira. We won't hear what. $22 million whole dollars. These old ones took up the training of their grandchildren. The man said, my son is a doctor, my daughter is a lawyer. So we can't even take loan for the children because the American system, the doctor earns enough to take care of himself. And the lawyer earns enough to take care of. Won't give that loan in the American system. There must be proof that you need it before they can give it to you. So what did they do? Over time, they prioritized their spending. The reason many of us are where we are is not because we don't earn income. It's because we don't manage our income properly. And you know what happens? People come back to church and blame the church. It's because I'm going to church. The pastor is not anointed. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with pastor. You must never live on more than 70% of your income. Every income that comes into your hand. It's called the 30-70 principle. If 70% of your income cannot handle it, you are not big enough for it. Let it wait. If 70% of your income, when you have budgeted it, the housing budget cannot give you a 2-bedroom apartment. Use 1 bedroom. If it can't give you 1-bedroom apartment, use 1 room. Men are in sizes. Life is in phases. You are there. Praise the name of Jesus. Let me wrap this up. I believe that if we can take control of these areas, we are going to be fortified and prepared for the future. It won't take time, just a little bit of time. You do it consistently. Say with me, consistency. Say again, say consistency. I'm not hearing you, Hilltop. Say consistency. Termites. Do you know there are termites around here? Termites account for the destruction of, to the American economy alone, $3.4 billion per annum. They eat as much as $3.4 billion per annum. Eat trees, eat houses. You know, they build with wood. Eat all manner of things. So at the end, when they do their entire calculation, termites have been responsible for a loss of $3.4 billion from their economy. Yet, they don't make news. Have you ever heard CNN? Termites have eaten 3 houses today. No, you never hear what time is it. Solomon, in Songs of Solomon, calls it the little foxes that spoil the vine. But there's a principle to learn there. What you are doing bit by bit eventually. They are eating. You will be saving. You will be investing. At the end of the day, you will become a billionaire. Just by wise investment. Some of us need to change our house addresses. Spend 20,000 and be buying fuel in that fuel guzzler you call a car. It's not a car, it's a liability. And then when you drive past, you say, at least I have a car. You don't have a car, you have a problem.